back from Milan at my parents' place, and I am in the bathroom, as you can see. I mentioned last time that I could be doing some skincare and talk a bit about my skincare routine stuff. So that's what I'm doing today. I have put some makeup on, just a very easy foundation. So most of my products are by Yepoda. It is a Korean brand and they use usually nothing fragranced, or if there is a fragrance, it's pretty natural. And I am not like super strict on what I put on my skin, I must say, but I'm trying to get into clean products and stuff. So if you guys have any other recommendations of other brands that work well and that suit your skin, because I have more of a dry skin usually, and as a model I never control what they put on my skin on shootings. So yeah, I'm trying to keep it pretty minimal. So now I just have like that foundation, a little bit of gel in my eyebrows, the Sephora eyebrow gel, and then a little bit of blush. I'll link it down below. But yeah, so I thought that I could be removing all of my makeup and show you my skincare, and then maybe also talk a bit on the other aspects of beauty and skincare, because honestly I really believe that my skin is radiant because I have regulated my nervous system, I have lowered my stress, I have looked into my gut health and digestion and food. And yeah, it is a mix of things. So I am using this Nivea. It's really probably not a good product, but it is mixed with oil. It's usually removing lots of the mascara whenever I'm putting it on shootings. And as I am home right now, I am using what my mom has in her bathroom kind of situation. So anyway, using that one to remove the first layer of makeup. And I really have noticed that my skin feels way more hydrated whenever that I am nourishing myself properly, not only with obviously water, because I'm drinking a lot, but if your body is not absorbing the water that you're drinking, it's literally going to waste when you're peeing. So I am actually focusing on a lot on gut friendly recipes. You have probably already seen those. So for me that looks like lots of bone broth in my soups and stuff, cooked vegetables, easy to digest, carbs such as sweet potatoes, butternuts, squash, that kind of stuff, some rice. I like bread, but it's not it's not always super digestible. Whenever I have some bread, I try to take it from a local bakery, having a sourdough, or really something that is not too heavy on my stomach. Like, it's really also focusing on that gut health and re-establishing a connection with my body as well. And it's really not from a restrictive point of view anymore, but more about what can I put in my body that's gonna support my skin as well. So what you see on Instagram is usually very helpful, but again, it should be super specific, because my friend Gabby, whom I filmed my second YouTube video with, she's a vegan, so obviously she's not going to use the same proteins and like all the same products that I use, but she still has glowy skin. So it's really dependent on you, but I do also believe that a variety of foods and vegetables and in-season fruits or local products is really what's gonna make you glow from the inside out. So that's more on the diet aspect of things. But again, I think that shifted that mindset from restriction to abundance and noticing what your body craves is really what also lowers that stress level. So I have removed the majority of my first layer of makeup. So now I'm using an oil. So it's a pure clean micellar oil by Kiko. I bought that one in Milan. I really needed something oily. And I love having an oil base to remove all the rest of my makeup. So usually I would put it twice and then rinse it with water, and then do it once again to be sure that I'm removing everything. So second one. Then my third step of cleaning everything off is more of a calming balm, again by Yapoda. So usually what you do is doing it either in the morning or in the evening. I prefer doing it in the evening because then it really removes all of the remaining makeup and the, you know, dust of the day. You can also do it in the morning, but you gotta be careful not to do it too frequently because you don't want to hurt your skin barrier. That's actually my sister who explained that to me. She's really into makeup and skincare. She dealt a lot with acne when she was younger, and I was blessed enough not to have that issue, but yeah, she actually introduced me to the world of clean natural products, rinsing it off, and then we get into the hydration. Getting back to the stress aspect of things. So I think that my skin was at its worst when I think I was like 23 or so. I really remember that I was in Copenhagen and I just had like constant, I don't know, pimples and redness here on the sides of my cheeks, which usually is a sign of hormone imbalance. And I was also highly stressed back then. And it was just another symptom of my nervous system being so fried. And actually, I'm really seeing it as a disconnection from my authentic self and what I truly wanted, a lack of boundaries, a lack of connection to my body, a lack of love for myself. And I know that you guys don't want to hear that deep stuff maybe, but to be honest, I don't think that the green juice, matcha, gua sha vibe that you see on TikTok and Instagram only is gonna regulate your nervous system, because those tools are the very cute ones and you know, the easy to implement ones, but they are not gonna change and shift your perception of yourself and your identity. And so I've already mentioned that I have worked with a coach on that mindset point of view and that regulation and really tapping into getting back in balance. But I do believe that you can do it on your own as well. But just a little reminder as well that no one is gonna save you, or no tool or no cream or nothing is gonna like fix your issues if you're not getting to the root cause. And usually it's not only a gut or a hormone imbalance, because that again is another symptom of a dysregulation, but what usually triggers that is emotional imbalance and values that have been crossed and that you have never spoken about, or just you not being in the safe internal environment that you would want. And yeah, I would really encourage you to dig into that inner discovery. Who do I want to show up as? What's my dream life? What do I want to be? What parts of myself are maybe old parts or wounded parts that I am not willing to identify with anymore? Being honest. And if you are misaligned with that, either through beliefs that you have or societal pressures or friendships that are not feeling connected anymore, then yeah, it can show up in your body. It can show up as your skin wanting to create that barrier. And if the barrier is being hurt all the time, then yeah, it can show up in your skin. So that is really my belief. And as soon as I have started respecting myself more and also putting boundaries with people or with places or with things that don't feel right anymore or have never felt right, but now I'm safe enough to express those things, yeah, then my skin got better as well. So I'm sorry, I'm like yapping, but we gotta get into the moisturizing aspect. So my mist have, it is basically just a hyaluronic acid lavender face mist. So just like spraying it to prepare my skin, and I do that in the evening and in the morning actually. And then I have this La Grasse Night. So it's actually a Belgian brand and it's super clean. It's nearly empty, by the way, but it is a very thick and moisturizing and oily face cream. So it's probably not suited for everyone, but for my skin, it's really helpful. And yeah, I really woke up the next day with super plump skin, and yeah, that very glowy aspect that you would want. So yeah, putting that on, and then I was talking about gua sha, but actually I don't have a black or white approach. So I use gua sha, but I'm not saying that like it's necessary. It's just like for me very pleasant to do it, and like I just feel like very relaxed after that, and my skin feels soothed. But you don't need that, in my opinion, to have a radiant skin. Back to the nervous system regulation aspect. What is showing up on the outside is also what's happening inside. So if you have inflammation on the inside, either from emotional sources or whatever sources, it's gonna show up on the outside. So wrapping this up, I am done right now. Usually also in the evening before going to bed, I put my red light mask on. You probably have seen it already on my feed. I am a big fan of that one. I know that there's, again, pros and cons for everything, but in my personal opinion, it has really helped my skin recover and heal and yeah, moisturize parts, and it has reduced all of my, I used to have like red stress points when I was in Milan or like in a very stressful place. So these go away after a night. Even like a pimple, it goes away super quick. So I am really a proponent of that one, but it is an investment indeed. I got mine on Nuance Paris, so I had it 500 euros because I had a first subscribers 100 discount. But yeah, it is an investment, but to be honest, I really think that it's worth it. If you go for one, try to find a very good one, such as the Nuance one. I will also link that. And by the way, guys, I will link all of my products down below, so you guys can also have a look on that. And just like a little funny last wrap up, but this is the Depuff Eye Espresso. So it's basically just eye pads. Ooh, super heavy. That I would put on for maybe 10 minutes. It's with green tea, and I just love the texture of it. It's very soothing. If you guys have any questions on this topic, feel free to comment down below. And I will probably do also like a makeup video, which is gonna be super short because I really never put a lot of makeup on, like literally only on shootings. That was my little routine, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye bye, guys.